In this video, we'll go over some very useful things you can do with the tools in Parish Processes. So we'll go over how you can easily send emails, generate certificates, print, export, delete entries, all from the software. So firstly, you can see here that these tools are disabled, and if I hover over them, it tells me I need to select one or more entries or submissions. So to select a submission or entry, I simply click on the checkbox to the left of an entry. And if I want to select all of the entries, I can click on the top left. So currently you can see it says one selected, and if I click on the top left, 8 out of 8 are selected. So the first tool is sending emails. Let's say I wanted to send an email to all those wanting the baptism at Sacred Heart. So we could filter for this, select them all, click on send email, and we can write the subject, the body of the email, make any attachments, and send it out from the software without having to go back to Outlook. And if they reply, the reply will come to the parish email. And we can see the logs of the emails that are sent if we go to the emails tab. So another very useful tool, especially for Holy Communions and confirmations, is generating certificates. So instead of manually typing out all 30 or however many certificates that you have to generate, you can just generate them at once in the software and print them off once. So what would have been a 30-minute job, you can do in a minute. So let's say I'm wanting to generate the certificates for the First Holy Communion applications. So I can click on the top left to select them all and click on certificates. So I want to use the First Holy Communion certificates, and currently there's only one template, but we can click here to preview what it would look like. So if I click on this template, click next. The next step is mapping the fields. So for the full name on the certificate, I want to use data from the entries. So when I click on that, it will allow me to choose from the fields. So for this example, we'll use the candidate's full name. And depending on however you set up your parish process, you'll have your options here. So for the date of the First Holy Communion, we'll use a fixed value because that's going to be the same on every certificate. So we'll say the 10th of April 2026. And for the parish name, again, we'll use a fixed value because it's going to be the same. And you can see here it's ready to generate. However, we also have the option to add in optional extra information that will come up if we populate the fields. So for now, we'll skip the church name and we'll put in the signer name just so that you can see how it will look. So for signer name, let's say Father Keith Richards, and signer title, we'll just write parish priest. So the main thing with generating certificates is that you can use the data from your entries, and also you can use fixed values. So if I click generate certificates, it has generated all 30 of the certificates, and now I can print this one document which contains all of the certificates, and that will be a job done. So instead of having to take 30 minutes to manually create each certificate, you can just do it in a minute with a few clicks in the software. So another useful tool is printing submissions. So let's say I want to print these two submissions. I can select them, click on print, and choose which fields I want to have in the PDF. And so for this example, we'll also choose the notes. So now if I click on generate PDF, it will be generated, and you can see that it has the fields, the checkpoints, and the notes, and it's done that for both of the applications or entries. So another thing we can do is export to Excel. So if we click export here, it will generate a Excel spreadsheet with all of the entries. But if we only wanted to export a few, we can select the few that we want to export and then click on export. And finally, when we want to delete entries, we can select the ones that we want to delete and click on delete and confirm deletion. So those are a few of the useful tools in Parish processes.